Welcome back to Breakfast Central. If you're still tuned in, thank you. If you're just joining us, we want to hear your thoughts on what the biggest stories are in the front pages of the newspapers. We'll be opening the phone lines to take your phone calls. But we're joined by our in-studio special analyst, journalist par excellence, Habib Aruna. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
Welcome, sir.
Always a pleasure to have you. Just to reiterate once again.
Looking good as always.
Oh, thank you. We see the cap is back on.
Absolutely.
Welcome back to you.
But it's on the south-south.
South-south?
Yes.
Ah, okay. We appreciate it.
Not southwest.
We appreciate it.
But I'm from there.
Yes.
I'm
yes,
State.
yeah. No, oh, it's true. You are south-south.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, right. That's true. Okay. I think we sometimes just...
Even though it tilted to the southwest.
Southwest, exactly.
But I'm south-south.
All right. Okay, so let us know what your thoughts are about some of the stories that we're going to be looking at. Let's begin this morning with the Leadership newspaper. On the front page of the Leadership newspaper, the big story says, delayed capital budget stirs concerns as experts warn of rising costs. Tinubu's government plunged 30 million naira more Nigerians into poverty. And then we have here, APC wins 20 councils in Rivers local government polls, PDP 3. We see here again, aged fleets, others push Nigerian aircraft insurance costs higher. Alleged blasphemy, police condemn jungle justice over killing of Niger woman. 3 babies, 12 others die in Zamfara boat accident. And then we see here, Dangote Group mourns Ruth Otabo, condoles with family and friends. We'll probably start with that. AKK gas pipeline. Land farm owners decry non-payment of compensation. Tinubu fair to all geopolitical zones, minister says, and police mourn as ex-IGP Arase dies at 69. And that's on the front page of the Leadership. We'll take a few more papers, but again, just to reiterate what I had said earlier, if you'd like to contribute to any of the stories and share your thoughts on any of the things that we've had to talk about this morning, the numbers to call are on your TV screen. But let's begin with Dangote Group mourns Ruth Otabo, condoles with families and friends. And this story, unfortunately, is the story of a young girl who was killed, at this point killed, but she got into an accident caused by the Dangote trailer. And her sister, who is a reality TV star, brought awareness to this. First, they amputated one leg, and then they were talking about the potential amputation of another leg. And then they were initially, the sister at different points was coming to give us updates. She would complain about them not responding to her. Then later she would come and say, okay, they finally settled. And they've agreed to fly her abroad for whatever medical cost this will incur. Unfortunately, she passed yesterday at 6:30 a.m. And now people have started to ask that what would have happened if they had maybe flown her out earlier. There's so many angles to the conversation that have come up, but let's hear your thoughts.
Well, my thought is that it has been a recurring thing for Dangote trucks. When they drive, they're so reckless and as if they are above the law of the land. So this incident, this unfortunate incident that happened yesterday, only brought to fore what Nigerians have been facing over the years, with these reckless drivers, particularly of Dangote trucks. I think it's unfortunate. And I think even this guy, this controversial social media influencer, very dark man, also intervened, went to Auchi. But only, I'm from Auchi, interestingly, it happened, and Auchi police students also blocked the road from Auchi to Lokoja and Okpela. It's a very sad development. Very sad development. Even though Dangote company intervened very late when the thing was becoming very, Nigerians were showing that they do disdain, but the lady died eventually. It's very sad. I don't even know the story. No, I'm not getting it now. But I knew they flew her abroad. And I was thinking that she was recovering.
They were meant to fly her abroad.
They've not.
No, they hadn't flown her. They said they were waiting for a fit to fly from her doctor. And people are wondering that if they had intervened early enough, because there was also this back and forth happening, and maybe the story would have been different. We don't know, maybe. But it's just really sad again. And, this just highlights, first of all, the carelessness of the drivers, the state of our roads, the state of Nigeria's healthcare, where We oftentimes have to travel to get quality healthcare services. Too many angles to the conversation. And even social media content creators that try to deviate from the main issue at hand. We're making so many nonsense issues. We're saying, why did the sister not tell us that the deceased had children? How was that? What does that have to do with the matter at hand?
The problem at hand. So unfortunate.
Very, very unfortunate. All right, let's still look at the front page. Police mourn as ex-IGP Arase dies at 69. I don't know if you were aware of his passing as well.
Yeah, yesterday. That was yesterday.
Yes.
Yesterday morning in Abuja.
Yes.
I'm not sure the guy has been, his sickness has been in the space. But the man was a top police officer. He was appointed by Jonathan, President Jonathan as IG. And he has, I think he was there for more than 1 year before he retired. A top cop, well-respected intelligence officer, that demonstrated a lot of capacity, was the IG. And that's why you can see the response where people are expressing. And he was not too old,
Yeah.
But the death came shocking yesterday. And the IGP paid a condolence visit to the family. The president, too, has also expressed his own condolences. May his soul rest in peace.
Amen. May
God comfort the family.
Amen. And the final story on the front page of the leadership, you can see pictures here. I don't know where these pictures are coming from. The picture on the front page of those burning vehicles.
Yeah, that's the
lady
that was burned.
Yesterday that was burned?
I'm seeing here, APC wins 20 councils in Rivers local government polls and PDP 3. This picture yesterday says a photo by Lasma. Tanker explosion at Iyano Isolo in Lagos.
Isolo. Okay.
Yes.
Leadership paper. All right. Yeah.
Yes, on the front page of leadership. Okay. Really, I'm not sure we have.
I was thinking we are touching the Rivers story.
Yes, I wanted you to speak on the Rivers story. APC wins 20 councils in Rivers local government polls and PDP wins 3.
I think if you are a more than casual observer, the verse in Rivers stage, you will not be surprised with the outcome of that elections. They're going to show you that Wike is one leg in, one leg out in PDP. And it can be safe to say that Wike's people have supported APC to win. And that is where Wike is shifting to for the 2027 elections. So we have more to come. And also, it's one of the conditions, right, given to Governor Fubara. And we can made it know after voting that the government will come back in 3 years' time. All state branches will come to be animated in 3 weeks. So that doesn't show you that.
Do you feel that?
But my fear, for that question, my fear is that it again a reminder that our electoral process is not tight.
It's flawed.
Very, very faulty. Nigerians should have a say in who governs them. If we don't have a transparent, credible elections, I insist, we cannot have good governance in this country. What we saw that day was a charade. Was that election? Not like the Lagos state government, government elections. That was not elections. The outcome of any election should be a reflection of people's aspirations and wishes. That was not displayed on Saturday. Which is a reminder to all of us that we are standing on a time bomb. If people don't decide their leaders, those leaders cannot be accountable to them. It's as simple as that. And our leaders are so parasitic. They are so capricious. They don't understand that. If you are not pragmatic enough, people should decide. You can read the process a little bit, but don't overly read the process and the outcome of the elections. That was not what we saw on Saturday. In fact, people did not come out to vote. How many people voted? Less than 15%.
And we saw a huge figure. Just
less than 15%. And look at the result. So these guys are just taking it for a ride. I don't think they understand the lessons of history. The people will finally decide and shape their future. This is temporary.
Two questions emerge from here. My first question is, in line with all what we've seen from the election, the outcome that, that was played out over the weekend, does it kind of like feel different or much more like a waste of time that we've come here to look at the issues between the FCT minister and the governor, and we've looked at the rule of law? You have lawyers who have come, yourself, you've also spoken about it, how it is inconsistent with Nigeria's constitution, and then all of a sudden it seems like the FCT minister now shows up and says the governor will return very soon. He has spoken to the president, all is set, and then the election is done, everything is moving. Everything is just going quite different from what Nigerians who have a law, a code, a constituent, basically that should guide decisions. Doesn't it seem like we've wasted time?
Don't forget that one of the conditions that we gave was that there must be local government elections. That's one of the conditions that we gave. And the social administrator, before then, appointed some people who are loyal to Wike and to man this local government. So, and last time I checked, Wike is not the presidential spokesperson. And he's neither the Minister of Information. There's some policy statements, the statement that Wike make that you begin to wonder what is really going on. From what he said on Saturday, we all know that Bora is coming back. There are conditions. There must be government elections. And don't also forget that it's not impossible that Bora will join the APC. Those are the conditions. To cement the ambition, the second ambition of the president.
So what happened to Zenith?
Give their play.
What happened to Zenith, political party, or was that party that had won the local government?
No, those ones, they just give it to them. If you think there was an election in the Rivers State, you are deceiving yourself. This thing was just written. And that is my fear. We cannot continue like this.
What about the numbers? Because there was voter
people did not come out to vote.
But yet the numbers, I don't know if we can shoot those numbers.
That was even the report everywhere on Sunday morning.
Quite similar to what we saw in Edo State,
Yes.
where we saw the current ruling party, APC, win over 100 and something thousand. People were like,
Where were these people?
But where did these people come from? Are we seeing a flagrant? We're not saying because
it's all abracadabra.
What's going on?
I just said it. It's a flagrant abuse of the democratic and electoral process by this ruling class. The lives of Wike and this co-traveler.
The presidency did congratulate INEC and said they did a good job.
Circumvented.
Well, if you look at still following from those conversations that we're having, if you look at the front page of the Punch newspaper, still talking about Rivers local government poll, the big story there says Atiku demands annulment as Wike reassess control. Ubara loses local government, APC wins 20 local government areas, PDP claims 3, FCC ministers control temporary, says Rivers elders. So is Alhaji Atiku Abubakar really just calling for this basically because he's an opposition? Like, is there really any weight to this call that he's made? He's asked for this local government election to be annulled.
No, just be consistent with what I've been saying. And what I've been saying. If you go online now, you see it. But the comments.
Yeah, reactions are.
Absolutely, that the people of Rivers State did not come out to vote on Saturday. They didn't come out to vote. So where did the result come from? Who voted? How many percentage of voters voted on Saturday? And to arrive at this kind of outcome. So just bogus announcement of nebulous figures that does not rhyme with what is on ground. So I think if Atiku is shouting, why he's shouting.
Okay, I'll just take a few reactions on YouTube and then I will open the phone lines. The phone lines are open, the numbers to call on your TV screen. But we have some comments from YouTube. Mokunye Chikoemeka says, the reaction as someone who has stayed there for over a decade before moving to Lagos, the turnout for my findings was poor. Truth is, we are not ready to fight for the soul of this country. Like Fela said, we fear too much. That's what Mokunye Chikoemeka has to say on YouTube. If you'd like to react to any of these stories or you want to talk about your thoughts regarding the Rivers local government elections, the just concluded Rivers local government elections, the numbers to call are on your TV screen. Please call and let's have a conversation. Still on the front page of the Punch newspaper, we can see here, there's a picture of people running. You can see a Palestinian man evacuating the Al Rimal neighborhood of Gaza City. That's the photo on the left. And boys in the rubble of a collapsed building in the Nusayra camp for Palestinian refugees, following an Israeli attack on Sunday. It's really sad. And at the top of the paper, we have reps deny alleged planned showdown with Speaker. Northwest leads in FEC projects with 5.97 trillion naira, according to the federal government. Infractions. Federal government threatens to disconnect Gencos from power grid. Tinubu police mourn as ex-IG Arase dies at 69. Right. Okay, so...
there's a story that is prominent.
Right.
In the front pages of newspapers. The story of FG denouncing this accusation that they're spending more money in Lagos and Southwest.
Yes. It's also on the first paper we took, Daily Independent.
Yes.
I think the FG presidency reacted in a robust way yesterday. That no, that sharing allocations is not solely earned in Lagos and the Southwest. And I think they have a point. Because the story was, the thing was the story that the Daily Trust carried yesterday on Sunday, accusing the federal government of developing solely foreign resources into Lagos around Southwest, marginalizing the North, South, and Southeast. And the federal government came out with the figures. Figures don't lie. You know, if you are coming out to accuse someone, come out with figures. The federal government came out with its own figures. And no, look at it. Look at the percentage of money that is going to Northwest, to Northeast, and North Central, then Southwest, Lagos. So it's something that I think is political.
All right. Let's quickly take this call. We have a call coming from Port Harcourt. Good morning. Thank you very much for calling.
Hello.
Good morning. You're calling us from Port Harcourt. How was the election at your end? Did you vote? Are you satisfied with the elections? Can you give us feedback in that regard?
Can you turn down the volume of your TV set? Can you turn down the volume of your TV set,
please, and then go ahead?
Yeah, I thought the election was shambles.
It was shamble, complete shamble. What do you mean by complete shamble?
Yeah, that election.
Unfortunately, I don't think we can hear you clearly. We're sorry, we would have to move on. We can't hear clearly.
Yes, it's a bit of a struggle. Please call back. And when you call back this time, turn down the volume of your TV set so we can have a proper conversation. Right. Yes, please go ahead.
You want to say something?
Okay, so you were talking to us about
the federal allocation, sharing,
yes,
and all that.
I was saying that if you are accusing the federal government of marginalizing the North, or any part of the country, you must come out with figures. You know, they accuse the federal government based on what they are hearing. But the federal government came out yesterday in a robust way that no, these are the things we've been doing for the past 2 years. These are the money allocated to each regions. And I think none of the regions is being marginalized. You know, and if you say they're giving more money to Lagos, Lagos is Nigeria's economic hub. It's not more fund for infrastructure and other things. So they could not justify it, they could not prove it. But if the federal government came out with its own figures yesterday, you know, and as I said, my closing remarks is about politics. This is 2027 politics playing out. They're not accusing the federal government of that. What they are saying is that the Northwest contributed largely to the elections. But they're not paying them back the right way. They're marginalizing them. And Eddie is saying, the head of budget is saying, have you called?
No, go on.
The head of budget, Tadimu, is saying that, no, it's from Kasina. He said, no, these are the figures. None of the sections is marginalized.
You know, a senator had come up in the House before they went on recess and had presented before the members of the Assembly, stating categorically that it seems like the North is being abandoned in terms of both infrastructural and so on and so forth. But the question again is, what are they expecting?
And Kwakwaso also said it.
Yes, he also said so.
That I missed my flight from Abuja to Lagos, Abuja to Kano. I started to take a road trip. You know, what I saw was very, was not sitting. I cannot believe that the North, after continuing too much to Tinubu's election, it's not given its right. We are not channeling enough resources to the North. And the federal government also answered him. I think it was Solidarity that answered him that no, that is not the case.
Yeah.
Every part of the country has its own fair share of the budget. So they should stop complaining. No, I think if you are bringing this allegation to the public, give us the figures to justify your claim, not just flaunting unnecessary emotions.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, another story there, reps deny alleged planned showdown with Speaker. So apparently there was reports of rumors of a plot against Speaker Tajuddin Abbas over the delays in constituency project funding. But now they've described this claim as misleading and based on informal conversations taken out of context. Usually, whenever we hear all this kind of things, we always say there's no smoke without a fire. And when you hear this kind of thing, sometimes it's indicative of a bigger issue. But here, we're seeing a statement on Sunday by its spokesman, Akin Rotimi Jr. He said the House faulted a media report, which was not originally done by Punch, which suggested that discontent over unpaid constituency projects was threatening to trigger a showdown against the Speaker. And he said that the report elevates isolated remarks and informal conversations from House WhatsApp groups as if they represent the official position of any House caucus or the House itself. Does this maybe indicate that there might be some form of discontent, even though that's not the official position of the House? But before you respond, let's take a call from Chudi. Chudi is calling from Lagos. Good morning, Chudi. Please go ahead.
Joe.
Yes.
Chudi, we can hear you, but it's very low. If you can speak up, we'll appreciate that.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can
please.
hear you now.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I think your guest is on point. It's like he's aware of what has been planned before now. Because what played out in Rivers State is like a script that has been written, and now they are putting it into practice. Before, we didn't know the agreement between Wike, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the governor. Today, the agreement is out because these things are what they planned, orchestrated. This is what they asked the man to do. This is what they plan to do. And the governor, has no option. His hands are, it's like a slave being led to the graveyard. That is the governor. He's like a slave that is being taken to the graveyard. He can't do anything. These things they did was what they planned. But it's unfortunate that Nigeria is getting this from Bola Ahmed Tinubu. When a man behaves, when a man becomes a leader, that is when you will know the kind of person that person is. Today, I hear people saying Bola Ahmed Tinubu was among those who fought for democracy, who did for that. Today, we are seeing his kind of person. Look at what we are practicing in Nigeria. It's shameful. I watched the news. I saw it on news. I called a cousin who said this kind of thing has never happened anywhere in Nigeria before, but it has happened in Rivers State. It's unfortunate we are not getting this right. Your guest is at point. Thank you, sir. God bless you all. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for calling.
Just as I highlighted, this is the first time in the history of Nigeria since its independence, over 20-something years, that we're having a state carry out an election, local government election, without a democratically elected governor on seat. So it's basically like an introduction of what we ran away from in a pre-democracy era, during the military era, still playing even inside a democratic setting or democratic era. I don't know. Looking at it, careful.
I'm not comfortable with that your statement. Democracy is still at play in Rivers State. Only the governor that was suspended.
Okay. But if you look at the constitution,
the constitution is neither here or there. the constitution has not been circumvented
In any way.
in any way. We are not comfortable with the decision of the president to suspend the governor. You know, that does not mean that the structure of democracy is not in reverse. You know, the structure is in reverse state. The constitution gave the president the power to appoint his administrator when there is chaos, you know, to maintain law and order for first 6 months. The 6 months we are allowed in 3 months' time. All right? And this, what we are saying is hypothetical. And one of the conditions given, right, by the power that be for peace to reign in Rivers State is the conduct of government elections, which are done on Saturday. Preparing way for Bala to come back. We may not like what is going on, bros, but that does not affect.
But there's also but there are many angles to
Yes.
it. I mean, some lawyers and even some lawyers would disagree.
Yeah.
Because take for instance the appointment of Monday Ude, the RISIC chairman, was appointed by the sole administrator.
Yes.
But in the law shouldn't be
Yes,
so.
I've said it that
You should have at least members of the
Yes.
assembly and all that to ensure that this appointment goes through. But
Yeah.
but there were no members of the assembly.
Because the sole administrator.
There was only one person
Yes.
who, in other words, will carry out the vetting,
Yes.
will carry out the approval, and then so on. And then the use of the state's funds, which is also done by one person before the assembly was
No,
even
answerable
convened.
to the National Assembly.
Answerable.
So the National Assembly. You see, you may not agree with what is going on. I do not agree with what is going on. No, but
You don't agree with the fact that it might be illegal. That's what we're pointing at.
to me, the president has the power
Okay.
to appoint his administrator.
All right, let's
when
hold on.
there's crisis, when there's chaos, it now depends on how you define instability
Chaos.
and chaotic
Exactly.
atmosphere.
All right, let's
then
hear
the
from Madu.
processes. And then
Madu
the
is calling
processes.
from Lagos
Yes.
here. Good morning, Madu. Please go ahead.
Is that?
Madu can call
Madu,
back.
please call back so we can take your calls.
So we may not agree on that. But my concern is that one man is being allowed to overrun the state. That is wicked.
Okay.
And the statement made by him
Yes.
as well, clearly in the glaring eyes of
Yes,
especially to
that
the
shows
public
that.
and then to the press, telling the press that don't worry, he's coming back on the 18th. I thought he was the FCT minister and he's not the president. Last time I
Yes.
checked. The president
So
had
it's
to
not-
do a State of the Nation address
Yes.
to state clearly to all Nigerians why he is indeed suspending the governor. So we're
Absolutely.
expecting that the president will come back and still make the statement to the public and say,
it is not-
listen,
it is not
this is what
impossible.
all his SAs
It's not impossible.
but
All right.
not the FCT minister. Last time we checked, he wasn't the
It's not
spokesperson to
possible.
the president.
Okay, I believe we have Elder David calling.
Yeah.
Let's hear from him. Good morning. Thank you very much for calling.
Good morning, ma. Happy New Month.
To you as well.
Good to hear.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma. Happy New Month.
Happy New Month,
Thank
Elder
you.
David. Thank you for calling. Please go ahead.
We just pray in Jesus' name.
Amen.
The election in Rivers State, yes, is the best I've ever seen local government election because where the opposition party win, that is free and fair because those people voted for APC because the president himself, his program is implementing, and the wife made the people at the grassroots to vote for APC now. Let people not deceive themselves. That is exactly what is happening. And that's what is going to happen 2027. This party will not campaign because people will vote for this party. They have done well for this country. Tinubu have done well. They have come to correct the ills of what PDP have done for the past 15 years. I wish Tinubu was the president of Nigeria in 1999. Nigeria could have better off today. Let us forget about sentiments. May God bless Nigeria. May God bless everybody.
Thank you very much, Elder David, for calling. You know, piggybacking on what Elder David has said, the front page of the Daily Independent, you see the stories there. Tinubu has been fair to all sections of Nigeria, according to the federal government.
Yeah.
That's what they have said. 27th anniversary, PDP still vibrant force, even in opposition, according to governors, and I'm sure that's a story that we'll touch on soon. Rivers local government polls awful, absurdity, travesty to elective democracy. Article says APC wins 20 local government areas, PDP claims 3. Minister hints on linking Abuja to Warri Ajaokuta train services. NRC debunks sabotage in Abuja-Kaduna train derailment. we still see here, Tinubu warns former IGP Solomon Arase, pension funds investment may double over alternative options. Loan defaults bite as headwinds threaten banks' profitability. Experts lament Nigeria's untapped ethanol gold mine, says billions of dollars lost to imports, jobs, security, energy security. And finally, ADC blasts pleas for attempting to criminalize opposition activity. So let's talk some politics, starting with the PDP. In celebration of the 27th anniversary, governors here are saying that the PDP is still a vibrant force, even in opposition. Do you agree?
Oh, of course, PDP has been a major political organization since this current dispensation in 1999. And even though the prophetic assertion of former chairman of Bulafo that the rule for 60 years has not materialized, PDP has remained a force, political terrain. But the current crisis they're having is a normal thing. If PDP was in power, they would not have crisis. They would not have crisis. And I said it on this program. Is it last week that by zoning the presidency to the south, the PDP will remain very vigilant, will remain relevant. I said it here. And that is what happened.
Well, some people within the PDP don't agree. The no. Coalition.
By zoning it to the south, make the party relevant. That party would have been dead by now. It was zoned to the north. And what PDP is saying is that the southern part of the country implicitly should finish its 4 years term. The Tinubu has served 2 years or 4 years. Then they are saying that the president should still remain in the south in the next 4 years. And that is PDP for you. That to them is a way of being relevant. And this rumor of Jonathan running in PDP make the party a bit relevant.
Yeah.
If you like.
Yeah. Because he has only 1 term to go.
And the like of Sharakitu are doing their best to make sure the party is still united and relevant. Forget it. No matter the opposition, no matter the coalition, we are saying in ADC that there's some infighting. They're not united yet. And I believe that PDP can come together with other forces in the opposition, present a candidate to face President Tinubu. If the opposition are not together, there's no coalition of forces in 2027. They cannot defeat, they cannot pose a challenge to President Tinubu. And don't forget that PDP is the only party, apart from APC, that has structures all over the country, not government in the country.
Yeah.
So it's still a viable opposition. Depending when they come together, use their brain and unite against one candidate.
So unite in terms of PDP and other political parties?
No, there's no way you can fight the ruling party without forming a coalition.
So that means PDP should join the ADC?
PDP cannot win alone. PDP can only be effective in running the presidential race, presidential project, if
the ADC joins
the likes of Jonathan enter the race.
Well, President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan
enter the race. There's no obvious statement yet.
Yes. I mean, his wife has been clear to say that she's not around.
Jonathan is a consulting.
The wife said that she doesn't know what is going
on. And from his body movement,
it's not clear. God has delivered you from there. You should be giving glory to God.
It's not clear yet. Let's wait for Jonathan to come out and talk.
Okay.
Yeah, let's have
and then the rumors of him and Peter Obi.
So the PDP will remain a force until ADC put in house in order. The PDP and other opposition parties will not negotiate and form a coalition. Without that, Tinubu will win the second term with landslide.
Okay. It's been quite a conversation this morning. Thank you very much, Mr. Habib Aruna, for joining us. And to our audience, virtual audience, our virtual guests, as well as those who have joined us physically in the studio, we'll be back again tomorrow. Remember that other shows continue, and you can engage with us on YouTube at News Central TV. We'll see you again tomorrow. I am Olive Mwodi.
And I'm Joe Hansen, thanking you for watching. Don't forget to go on all socials to equally check out some of the big stories we've had and drop a comment or two. Plus, also feel free to follow us, and you'll find our handles there as well on all social media platforms. Thank you so much, Habib Aruna, for being here once again. And thank you too for watching. Yes, tomorrow is another morning where you can start your day with us. We look forward to start your day and our day with you as well. Have a great day.
All right, bye.